And here at home, people are still processing the shock and the grief of two domestic attacks yesterday. One in Michigan, where a man rammed his car into a synagogue. That suspect died. Another in Virginia, where a shooter, previously convicted of supporting ISIS, died after attacking military members at Old Dominion University. NBC's Melanie Zanona has today's details from Washington.
Reports of an active shooter.
Tonight, the nation reeling and recovering from two brutal attacks. While the incidents are not connected to each other, the suspects in both cases have ties to the Middle East. In Michigan, the Department of Homeland Security says it believes the man who drove his car into a Detroit area synagogue is 41-year-old Ayman Mohammed Ghazali, a U.S. citizen born in Lebanon. While law enforcement hasn't pinpointed a motive, a Lebanese official tells NBC News Ghazali lost several family members in an Israeli strike in southern Lebanon last week, including two brothers known to be Hezbollah members. Federal officials revealing details on the suspect behind what they call a targeted attack on the Jewish community. A preschool was in session when the car crashed into the building, but no one was injured.
This is not a political moment. This is not a political debate. This is targeting babies who are Jewish. That's anti-Semitism at its absolute worst.
Whether anti-Semitism is coming from the left or the right, whether it's coming from some group that you like or don't like, you have a responsibility to call it out.
To Virginia, where the FBI is investigating the shooting at Old Dominion University as terrorism. We are learning more about how the suspect, Mohammed Baylor Jalla, died. Police say Jalla, a former Virginia National Guard member, opened fire on an ROTC class, shooting and killing Lieutenant Colonel Brendan Shaw. The ROTC students fought back. Two senior law enforcement officials telling NBC News it appears one student stabbed Jalla.
There were students that were in that room that subdued him and rendered him no longer alive.
The guy who stopped it's a hero, so.
In 2016, Jalla pled guilty to a terrorism charge and was sentenced to 11 years in prison. At the time, he apologized to the court and American people.
Melanie Zanona, NBC News, Washington.